So did the Nephilim perish in the great flood? Let's listen in on this interesting theory here.
So how do they survive the flood? That's another possibility because we don't have that verse.
Yeah.
But you have to do a little bit of legalese to get there. And so one way you can get there is in Genesis 6 and Genesis 7, it says that God is going to destroy everything he created. He did not create the giants. Fallen angels did with the descendants of the Canaanites. And so you can imagine if you wanted to use that as legal terms for justification for the Bible not being in contradiction, that would imply that the fallen angels would have to help them. So in polytheist accounts, they build arks, as in the Epic of Gilgamesh, or Deucalion and Pyrrha, they call the Greek Noah. Deucalion is the son of Prometheus. This is a giant story, so that ark is provided for him as well. Or in the earth, off the earth, in another dimension, somehow with fallen angelic support.
Yeah.
And another way that's proposed is through the wives, through the genes. That's my least favorite option. Survival would be my second. Second incursion fits for me best biblically.
Yeah.
But I leave a crack open because we don't get that event. I can tell you how you can get there with Genesis 4 language, because they do it again. It could mean again before the flood and in like manner, or again in like manner after the flood. But again, we don't have that verse after the flood. So with the genes of giants, or corrupted part of the corrupted race as the wives through those genes, but then you get into a DNA conundrum in terms of the four races and giant genes, and then how does that sort of play out after the flood? And it's very complex. And that giants show up very quickly after the flood. They're known, as you take those names, as the aboriginals back in the Hebrew definition, that the people of Babel go in and marry with. They're already there, so they show up early after the flood. So they either have to survive,
right,
in my opinion, or they're recreated.
I encourage you to follow for more Christian-based content.